related the tale of a professional boxer with exceptional skill who received an invitation to spar with Beterbiev. At first, the boxer thought he could manage the task, but everything changed when Beterbiev delivered a punch. He compared the impact to an out-of-body experience because it was so intense and unlike anything he had ever experienced. Rogan explained how Beterbiev's strikes are brief but incredibly effective. He dismantles his opponents with simple yet ruthlessly effective 1-2 strikes rather than relying on ostentatious combos. Rogan also appreciated Beterbiev's skill, like Canelo Alvarez, to wear down his opponents by assaulting their arms. An opponent's defenses are gradually undermined by this tactic, leaving them open to knockout strikes. As seen by his exhausting 12-round bout with Beterbiev, who is almost 40 years old, yet possesses extraordinary stamina. Rogan acknowledged Beterbiev's unrelenting aggression and exceptional boxing abilities, and that he was excited for their rematch. Beterbiev is a force of nature, a relentless destroyer whose strength and stamina make him one of the most feared boxers in history, according to Rogan. One of the world's most formidable boxers, Artur Beterbiev, is also among the most terrifying athletes. He rose to prominence almost covertly, silently destroying rivals while remaining unnoticed for years. He took out boxers without receiving much public notice at first, operating in virtual obscurity. However, when the body count increased, people became aware. As soon as they did, opponents stepped forward, thinking they might be able to stop him. However, they consistently met the same end: destruction. Experts explain how Beterbiev exemplifies what it means to be insane in boxing. Despite witnessing others fail against him, fighters persuade themselves that every new opponent will be unique. They think they have the ability, the stamina, or the plan to defeat him, but they end up with the same terrible result. Beterbiev has become one of the most feared fighters in the sport as a result of his unrelenting dominance, which has allowed him to win 3 of the 4 main titles in the light heavyweight class. Callum Smith, a former super middleweight world champion, is now the next contender to enter the fray. However, the issue still stands. What does Smith think he possesses that others did not? What gives him the impression that he can handle Beterbiev's strength, accuracy, and pure brutality? The cycle continues, with new warriors lining up for their opportunity, only to exit the ring beaten and bruised, even though history indicates that the outcome may already be written. Beterbiev's aura stems from more than simply his skill. It also comes from the fear he inspires in his opponents. His performances speak louder than words, thus he doesn't need to trash talk or try to get attention. At 175 pounds, he is an unstoppable force, a quiet destroyer, and the greatest horror for anyone who dares to take on him. Many people think that nobody can beat Artur Beterbiev in this category, yet he has yet to lose. Professionals and experts recognize his supremacy and refer to him as a real beast in the weight class. Like Beterbiev, even Canelo Alvarez would have an extremely tough task ahead of him if he were to battle Beterbiev. Beterbiev is a terror for any opponent because of his strength, talent, and unrelenting pressure. His punches are frequently too strong for fighters who enter the ring. With him, anyone who fights Beterbiev at 175 is probably going to get knocked out, as some have stated.
We already know David wants to fight the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. But Ness, I'm going to be the first one to tell you this, but I know you're going to disagree with me. Nobody's beating Artur Beterbiev at 175, bro. Nobody. David to get his ass knocked out. Bivol is going to get his ass knocked out. And if Canelo want that smoke at 175, Canelo would get knocked out by Beterbiev. But Beterbiev is the best boxer at 175. He's a beast, Ness. My nigga be chopping trees when he training for fights, man. Beterbiev is that nigga, man. I know he's old. Y'all niggas, he's old. Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. Everybody that stepped in the ring with him, they went to...
When it comes to boxing, Artur Beterbiev is all business. He goes above and beyond what one could think of as a serious athlete. His discipline and attention to detail are unparalleled. He devotes every part of his life to boxing, including his diet, sleep schedule, and training methods. There isn't any foolishness, lost time, or distractions. He puts his all into his task when it's time. Laziness and stupidity have no place in training. He makes every choice with the intention of getting better in the ring. He is meticulous, exact, and unrelenting, and that's simply who he is. But he's a totally different person when he's not training. Artur enjoys making jokes and has a keen, distinct sense of humor. When he's not in fight mode, the atmosphere is lively and engaging because he appreciates life and the people around him. What makes him unique is that contrast. he is a machine. In the gym, disciplined, focused, and all effort. He's gregarious, lively, and full of personality outside of it. He just has one objective in mind, though, and that is to become the greatest boxer in the world.
People can imagine, but he's serious in the sense of details and the discipline that he put for his work. And we don't losing time with stupidity around the training. Like, it's very everything, every decision that he make is for boxing. What he eat, how hours of sleep he have, everything is for boxing. Outside of that, he's very fun guy, like to be around. He's making joke, very special sense of humor, and it's fun to be around.
Interesting. Yeah, he, like I've always felt like, talking to Artur is like kind of like a lost cause at this point, because he doesn't put up with guys like me very well. So we'll go to the man behind the man.
Artur Beterbiev is a respectable and well-behaved person outside of the ring. John Scully, his trainer, claims that Beterbiev leads a hygienic lifestyle. He abstains from drinking, going out to parties, and doing anything else that would divert his attention. His commitment is a reflection of his ideals and character and goes beyond boxing. Those who know him well say he is calm, modest, and kind-hearted, despite his fearsome demeanor in the ring. He treats everyone with respect, regardless of their background, and exudes a serene confidence. He has a great deal of respect for American culture and people, despite being a devoted Muslim. His discipline and lifestyle choices are greatly influenced by his beliefs, but it never puts him at odds with other people. The contrast between Beterbiev's intimidating reputation in the ring and his kind demeanor outside of it often surprises new acquaintances. Scully stresses that despite his frightening appearance and fighting style, he is actually a friendly and accessible individual. In addition to being a fantastic boxer, he is also a well-respected individual outside of boxing because of his commitment to his art and his strong moral principles.
Just tell us, what is the man like behind that persona that we're told?
In everyday life, he's very quiet, but in the gym, he's a really good guy. I'm struck by him, how he's a very good person, a really decent person. He doesn't drink, he doesn't go out to clubs, he's just a family-oriented guy. So I almost didn't go because somebody told me, they said, I don't know, him being a Muslim, he may not respect you like as an American or non-Muslim or something, but I went, and right away we started the pads, the first round, and we clicked almost instantly. He does some stuff, man, like I don't even know how it's possible. He twirls that bar around. It looks like it weighs 5 pounds the way he does it, but it weighs like 45 pounds, and he does it like it's a toothpick. He's unnaturally strong.
That concludes the video for today. Until the next time, stay tuned.